Hi, this is Dan Cortopassi of TSG Multimedia. Today I'm reviewing an N-scale SD40-2 locomotive from InterMountain. My example is decorated in the GATX leasing scheme with GSCX reporting marks. The real GSCX 7361 was painted like this from around 1990 until 1996 or 1997. The paint scheme was altered slightly in 1997 with larger GSCX reporting marks on the cab side replacing the GATX initials. My example is factory equipped with a LokSound Select DCC sound decoder. InterMountain offers the SD40-2 in 3 versions. The DC version has an MSRP of $139.95. The MSRP for DCC without sound is $189.95. With DCC and sound like this one, the MSRP is $249.95. Detail on the model is excellent. The early chicken wire radiator grills on the prototype engine are replicated on the model. The handrails are made out of plastic and have a thinner profile than some other N-scale engines. One of the handrails on my engine is detached at the cab and won't stay in by itself. It should be easy enough to glue back in place. The brake ratchet recess in the short hood should be deeper, but with some weathering to darken the interior it should look pretty good. The fuel tank includes molded-on filler detail. The real GSCX 7361 had round gauges cut into the side of the tank that are not present on the model. A set of sunshades is included in the box but not installed. The real 7361 did not have them. The prototype locomotive did not have the rearview mirrors that are present on the model. End detail on the front includes separately applied grab irons and windshield wipers. The plow appears to be a pretty close match for the one on the real 7361. The uncoupling levers look to be partially molded on and partially separately applied. The overall effect is very good. I like how InterMountain has correctly modeled the pilots with the uncoupling lever cutouts. The number boards on the real 7361 were white with black numbers. Most of the other GSCX units seem to have black number boards with white numbers as on the model. The real 7361 also had painted over class lights, not blanks as represented on the model. The rear of the model also has separately applied grab irons. The MU hose clusters are separate parts and are spaced a bit too widely apart. The engine is equipped with knuckle couplers on both ends that are mounted at the correct height according to the microtrain's height gauge. The horn and antenna on the cab roof are separate parts and appear to match prototype photos pretty well. The fans have photo-etched grills and separate blades inside. The end grab iron and sand filler hatch are also separately applied. Detail on the underside of the model is minimal. The fuel tank has holes for the factory-installed speaker. All 12 wheels pick up current and all the axles are powered. All of the wheels are in gauge according to the NMRA standards gauge. My model ran a bit jerkily when I first took it out of the box, but I was able to smooth it out by tweaking the motor control CVs. The engine weighs 3 ounces. I registered 0.5 ounces of drawbar pull on my force gauge. I'm running the engine on DCC. The sound volume on this model is pretty impressive for N-scale. The lights are activated with the F0 key on the DCC controller. They are not very bright. The number boards appear to light up with the headlight, but are extremely dim. The back looks pretty much the same. InterMountain has done an outstanding job with this engine. It has great sound, runs well, is mostly accurate, and has the kind of detail usually only found in HO scale models. Given that this is an N-scale model, and considering how much InterMountain got right, I'm willing to overlook the minor detail discrepancies from the real engine. I am, however, bothered by the lights. In a bright room, the headlights are almost invisible. At this price level, I really think the lights could be done better, so I'm going to take a spike for that. My final verdict is 9 out of 10 spikes.